Hi everybody, it's Mampy back again for another pet battle video, and today we're going to be having a look at the Deadmines pet dungeon. I would call it a walkthrough, more a little, yeah, we're not going to get too prescriptive about strategies, things like that. I'm just going to show you some things and maybe give you some ideas for working out your own strategies. So the first place you want to come if you're going to do the Deadmines, if you're going to have a go at that, is the pet shop at Dalran. And if you're an Alliance player, you can go right ahead and chat to Leo, the Lides. But if you're a horde player like me, you want to talk to Sarah, our friend from Garrison. And you'll be able to get the breadcrumb quests that will send you off eventually over to Westfall. Now, because I've done the dungeons so many times and I've completed challenge mode, I can use the teleport that Brianni offers with her wee magic pet. And she's got her elemental here called Manapoof. So once you've got that, once you've done your challenge mode, you'll be able to do what I do and get teleports straight to all the pet dungeons. So I can just ask him to send me to the Deadmines. So we're gonna go right ahead and do that. So here we are at Moonbrook, and we've arrived here. So the first thing you're going to see when you get here is there is an NPC sitting on the ground behind the little house, and he's called Bagman Brown, and he's kind of a hobo-looking guy with his nut hanky on his stick. And Bagman is our weekly quest giver for the Deadmines, and he also sells a selection of different pets, which you can have a look. We just have a look at that, and yeah, some of them are actually pretty cool. We've got Tricorn that I can show you. He's a rat with a little pirate hat. We've got this cannon and the little Reaver, the little scarecrow type guy, Reaper. So these you buy them with the currency, which is called old bottle caps, a bit like Fallout, yeah, Fallout bottle caps. So they've stolen that from Fallout, and that's his currency. Yeah. Um, so what you do is you just once you've completed things and you've done it all on challenge mode, you can start collecting the currency and begin buying the pets. And I guess you could sell them, give them away, do what you like with them, or buy some pet supplies. It's a crate, might have a few pet stones in, some bandages, stuff like that. If you've got nothing better to spend your Fallout currency on. So all that we would do really is to just ask Bagman to take us into the dungeon, and he will teleport you directly in there. So we're going to do that and just quickly get going with the Deadmines. So that's what we're going to do next. So here we go. We've got stage one of the Deadmines pet dungeon here, and it is called "What is all this junk?" It seems some parts that are leftover parts have become sentient. So we remember the boss down here. We've got this kind of Reaver, mechanical scarecrow kind of guy, and yeah, so we've got his little minion to fight. Faux Reaper 50, and he actually looks quite scary. But the first thing we can notice about this guy is that he is a mechanical pet. So we know that the pet family we want to be looking at here needs to be strong against the mechanical pet. So the team that I've got up here is my little Nightshade Sproutling, which is one of my favourite pets. This is not a common pet, I have to confess, but I do love this pet, so I'm going to play it. It is a little Sproutling that you can obtain in Warlords of Draenor, and he comes from herbalism. So if you're collecting herbs in, say, the Tanan jungle, he's got a chance to spawn. He used to be able to be obtained from the garrison, but I don't think that that's the case anymore. He's also often available in the auction house, but yeah, you're just gonna have to pay for him. But I got it from herbalism with Mampi because my main, she's an inscription herbalist, so he's awfully cool. His number one ability, he's got Lash, which is his elemental number one slugging away ability. In number two, he's got Nature's Ward, which we've seen before with our Terraclaw Hatchling. A nice heal. It's worth remembering that while healing, while that's on, he takes damage, and his type, his pet family, it would be transformed to an elemental if he wasn't already one. So that's interesting because if you think of the Terraclaw Hatchling, that is a flying pet. When it has up this ability, then you can think of it more as an elemental pet. In the third slot, we've got Blinding Poison, this extremely powerful ability, which blinds the target, so that whatever attack they launch at you will not land. And it also is considered poison. So it's got a 4 round cooldown. It's quite powerful. And you'll notice that this little pet, 420, the Nightshade Sprouting, he is a power breed, so he has quite high attack power here. It's 325, that's considerable attack power, so he's quite a powerful little guy. In the number 2 slot, for my pets here, I've got the Hermit Crab, which I've got a lot of affection for crabs. I like crabs, so I like to have an opportunity to use them with some abilities that are fairly strong elemental type abilities. So I'm just gonna give it a go. Let's just give it a go. Let's go and do Foe Reaper. So Foe Reaper being a boss, again, let's just refresh our memories. He's got this boss buff here, which reduces all the damage taken by 50%, and he can't be dealt more than 35% of his maximum health in one attack. So we can't just do big fat nukes. We can't be using things like our supercharge, wind up type things. So let's just try. He has a lot of health, doesn't it? We are going to kick off with Blinding Poison, because I think maybe he's going to supercharge Metal Fist. He's going to try and do that, isn't he? He's going to try and give us a wallop. Yeah. He's using his cleave ability. He's got a cleave ability that hurts our whole team, I think. Is that? Flux? Yeah, it hurts my backline bad. So it's actually quite nasty. Quite a nasty boss. So we've got our heal on. Let's just go with our number 1 ability and try smacking him upside the head. And again. Now he's just put supercharge on. Ooh, let's see if we can just stick on Blinding Poison. I love this little pet. He is not an easy pet to come by. But like I said, I was lucky enough to be able to... He spawned while I was picking herbs. So we're just going to keep hitting him. Hope for the best. He is actually quite terrifying, isn't he, to look at? My goodness, that was a nice crit. He's a good boy. Let's just keep hitting. We're doing okay. So let's just use our wonderful abilities that we've got. Let's put our heal back on while he's a bit stunned. And do our little elemental lash. Keep bonking him. Oh, he is quite scary, isn't he? this big scythe he's got. We're nearly there, though. We're getting there, aren't we? Go on, 420. Finish him off. You're going to have to put our heal back on in a minute. It's going to pop back up. He's a mechanical pet, so he gets his repair round, doesn't he? So let's do blinded poison. And keep on with our little rotation that we're doing. He's ever so creepy. He's a very creepy little fella. There we go. We have got rid of Faux Reaper. Ooh, and his lightning bolt. His lightning bolt has opened the door for us. So we're gonna, now we've done that one, we're gonna head off up the terrible tunnel and clear the cave of cruel creatures. So we're going to do that next in our stage 2 of the Deadmines pet dungeon. So here we are in stage 2 of the Deadmines, and we're in the terrible tunnel. We have just encountered unfortunate fire. So in this tunnel we're going to just find some I guess you could call them trash mobby type fights. And here what we've got, what it seems that we've got is the kind of undead ghost of one of the Defias who's fallen in battle. You can see his body right there. So one of the Defias elites, he's kind of left his ghost here. And I'm going to show you another really cool pet with cool pet abilities, and it might be kind of surprising to you because the pet I'm going to show you here is just the humble rabbit. So because here we have an undead pet, we're looking for abilities to deal with that undead pet. So critters are kind of an underrated pet family, and amongst them rabbits are probably, well, you know, they're an amazing pet. They're very easy to come by, a great starter pet for you, and so useful. For example, this number 1 ability that we've got here on the rabbit called Flurry. If you've managed to find a rabbit that is a speed breed, so you can see here it's SS. This is the highest speed rabbit that we can get, and the speed there is 357, so it's a very quick pet. If you pick this pet and you're using Flurry, which rapidly strikes at the enemy 2 or 3 times, it deals 123 crit damage per hit. If you go first, which you will, if 9 times out of 10 if you've got that faster breed, then you'll get an additional attack. So this can be very useful when you're dealing with trainers or even in PvP where somebody puts down a decoy. So maybe you're up against a mechanical panda and dragon lady PvP and they put down their decoy ability. If you bring up a rabbit and use Flurry, then it is going to break that ability because it's going to hit 3 times. It's going to break the ability in 1 round. Or if you're coming up against things like Bubble on the aquatic abilities that some pets will use, often frogs, if they put up their Bubble ability, it stops you attacking for 2 rounds. And Flurry will also break that. So Flurry, incredibly useful. It's also very powerful against undead pets. So yeah, amazing ability, especially on a fast breed rabbit, and they are very easy to get, so I would really, encourage you to go out and get one. You can go for the spring rabbit, which is the Easter bunny rabbit. You could probably get that one in the auction house, or you can just go out and tame one. There are bunny rabbits everywhere, right? So in the second slot here we've got Dodge. Dodge is fantastic ability. It just will full on, you just get to dodge whatever is being aimed at you, that ram. Which is super useful for very nuky abilities. Now, this Devious Shadow Guard pet is going to have Ghostly Bite. Ghostly Bite is an undead ability which hits, oh, stupidly hard. It really does hurt. It will stun the pet that does it for a ram, but it really hurts. So to be able to dodge some of these abilities is going to be really useful to us. The last ability that we've got here is Stampede, which is strong against undead. And this is a little bit like Icky's Flock ability. It's going to apply that shattered defenses, which is going to increase the damage taken by that pet by 50%. So it's also a multi-round ability, so it lasts 3 rounds. So once you've hit it, off you go. You're kind of committed. So yeah, we've got our little rabbit Floofy, and he's gonna be fighting the Defiance Shadow Guard in our like second and third slots. I've got my Terraclaw hatching, and I've got a crab because these are just the kind of pets that I like. So I'm gonna go with these. So yeah, I will show you the rabbit in action. So I wanted to show you that because they're wonderful pets and so easy to get for a beginner pet battlers, and extraordinarily powerful at PvP. So here we go. We've got the Unfortunate Defiance. Like I said, he's got his undead abilities Ghostly Bite, which hits for almost 500 points, and it could hurt a lot. And he's got Death Coil and Siphon Life. So maybe I think he might use Ghostly Bite off the get-go, so I'm just going to try and put Dodge up to avoid that. Because I'm the faster pet, I've just avoided that big nasty hit that he does, so that's on cooldown now. Next thing I want to do is get Shattered Defenses on him, so I'm going to do my Stampede, my kind of flock ability with Bunny. So we're just going to... Yeah, you see, because he's faster, he's dodging that attack. So there we go. We've applied our Shattered Defenses. So this little skull, bony skulls. We're going to keep going. If you can actually acquire these bony skull pets, which are super cool. They're very funny, I think. You can get these in the sewer in Dalaran. So yeah, you can acquire these pets if you want one. They are kind of fun, so why not? Hey, I think you can buy them. So let's just keep going with Stampede. With a little bony skull. Oh, how dramatic his death is. And his little hangers on, he's got Bunny Rabbit. It's just gonna... Ugh, he did lift up. So I tell you what, let's just bring in our Terraclaw hatchling, and let's bring in Terry the Terraclaw, do our Nature's Ward, Alpha Strike combo. So if you remember, we're just going to do Alpha Strike. But because this is a fly pet, it doesn't hurt as much, a fly pet. So we're going to have to get him down to quite low health before we use Ravage. And then Ravage will give us all our health back. So great tip for challenge mode. You know, this is a great pet for challenge mode with all its self-healing it has. It's very powerful. So we're just gonna keep going and use our little Teflon bird who everything just slides off him, doesn't it? Put our heel back on. Mr. Teflon Birdie. Let's try our Ravage now. We should get our health back from Ravage. And we're just going to kill him on the second round. Go for it. And we got Deadmines Rat as well. Let's just, same strategy. We're just going to chip away with Alpha Strike. So at least we defeated the ghostly skull of that dead guy there. That was the main objective of this fight. So there we go. Finished that fight. All done and done. On to the next one. So, a little further along the corridor in the terrible tunnel in stage 2, we're gonna find Angry Geode, who looks for all the world like the Ashstone Core. He's actually one of my favourite pets, Ashstone Core. So we can see that this is an elemental pet. So let's have a look, see what I've got in my little bag of tricks for Angry Geode. Angry Geode, I have here, I've got Emperor Crab with his powerful abilities against elementals, which is Surge and Whirlpool. So I've got a little aquatic pet here. And I kind of like crab, so I picked that one. I've got my Terraclaw Hatchling in reserve here. And I've got Puddle Terror as well, with a few abilities you might recognise, including Nature's Wood and stuff like that. So let's just give it a go. Let's just see what we can do with Geode. Here we go. So Geode is a great pet. As we can see, you know, we're just sort of, these fights aren't too challenging in the tunnels, so don't need to worry too much. Geode has got, he's got Burn, he's got Stone Skin, and he's got an ability called Crystal Prison, which actually kind of stuns you for a round. And it will, you know, you got a choice. You can actually swap out your pet or whatever. Obviously, if you use a critter pet, then that isn't going to happen because critters cannot be stunned. Or if you change the weather to Arcane Storm, then you cannot be stunned again. So there are ways to get around that stuff. Anyway, let's just get going. I'm going to put down, first of all, Renewing Mists, which is a heal, because I'm not on full health. This heal will persist through pet changes, so if I decided to swap in another pet right now, they would get that heal the next round. Next thing what I'm going to do here is stick down Whirlpool, which is a 3-round, I think it's 2 rounds. In 2 rounds, it will erupt underneath the enemy pet, so I'm just going to pass that and put my Whirlpool. Yeah, see what he's done there? He's put his Crystal Prison. I'm going to put my Whirlpool down now. And in a couple rounds, that's going to do, I think it says 702 damage. So that's pretty good. So let's just keep our heal up. We don't know. Maybe I might need this crab later. So yeah, Healy pets are very useful if you have not very many pets, obviously, because then, you know, sometimes you can get through a pet dungeon by using duplicate pets, but if you've got limited pets, obviously any healing ability they've got is very useful for you. He's doing his thing. He's going to do his little Crystal Prison. So we're going to pass that one. And put our Whirlpool. Being quite conservative, trying to keep myself in reasonable health as we go. And I'm just going to use my Surge ability while everything else is on cooldown. Here we go. Ooh, there goes the Whirlpool. Let's do our Surge. See if we can finish him off with Surge. And again, it's a very tough pet, this little Geode. And of course it is basically the Ashstone Core, so if you wanted to grab yourself one, you can. Right, let's let's just keep on with our rotational little strategy. Again, they don't have loads of health, these little homies that Crystal's got. They're just kind of there. So we're just going to try to take them out. So, if you just try and have a go at the Deadmines, you just have a when you look at it, just have a think and try and use nice strong pets. Use your favorite pets and just enjoy it. You won't be punished for having a go. It's just challenge mode, which is what I'm doing now, where you are not permitted to heal your pets, and that makes life, yeah, it can make life hard if you haven't got loads of pets. Try and I think he's going to kill us with this ability lift off. It's quite a powerful flying ability that is going to allow him to probably avoid the damage from our whirlpool. What a sneaky parrot. No, he's going to take the damage. He's going to take the damage. I guess this is AI for you, and an enemy human player would have saved the lift-off when the whirlpool was about to go off. So let's just look after our Terraclaw. Very valuable little pal that we're probably going to need later. Keep his heel on Terry. Funny parrots, aren't they? Just, oh. So there we go. We finished that one. We've survived the terrible tunnel and we're on our way to stage 3 and the worst guard ever. How enigmatic. So here we are. We're at the door of where we will be going through. Hopefully after we pass stage 3. But before we get to stage 3, oh my gosh. We do have the worst guard ever. Because guarding the door is Mighty Monkey. With his little tiny Mighty Pig. So what we have to do is just beat him. And the team I have got lined up for Mighty Monkey is, if you remember, Mighty Monkey is a beast, so we want a mechanical pet really to deal with that beast. And of course I'm going to bring in Little Bling because I just love him. But instead of make it rain, we're gonna have a little go with Launch Rocket, which is such a funny ability for Little Bling. He's going to set up a little rocket. It's a 2-round turn, and then he's going to launch it and blast Mighty Monkey with it. And we're going to use Inflation, which is kind of his flock type ability that he's got. So that will apply that shattered defense. So hopefully this little strategy will work. I love Little Bling, so any excuse to get him out, really. In slot 2, I've got, I don't know really what's going on with this pet. I think this is just a new pet that it's not even level 25. So I guess if I use it, I will get to experience. And I've got in my number 3 slot, I've got my Nexus Whelping, another of my absolute favourites. So we're just going to have a go at Mighty Monkey. He doesn't want to let us in. So let's just start the battle. So the difficulty of the fight is upped now because Mighty Monkey is a rare pet right here. So we could see again those incremental difficulties going up as we go through the pet dungeon. First thing I want to do, of course, is just stick on extra plating. Mighty Monkey hasn't not got loads of health. So we're just gonna hope that Little Bling's gonna be able to nuke his little monkey butt for us. So we've got a little rocket. His Little Bling's made his rocket. And on the second round, he's gonna launch it. It's gonna hurt Monkey. Oh gosh. Oh, you just hurt the monkey. Right, let's try it again. He's dropping bananas on your head, weak Little Bling. Little blink. Let's try again. Oh, it's going. Oh, monkey. That's lots of fun, but I just want to try and finish you off with some bit. Try this ability with chat defenses up there. Yeah. Oh, mighty monkey. Goodbye, mighty monkey. All right, we got a couple of hangers on, a couple of annoying parrots that are gonna just come and give us a bad day. Let's just do our best with them. He's doing liftoff. This ability is a really quite powerful ability, liftoff. But Little Blings, he's not scared. Let's just keep going on it. Oh, Little Bling, you are such a trooper. He really is a most wonderful pet. I cannot recommend Little Bling enough. We've got this big old flappy old parrot. It's gonna kill me. Oh, Little Bling. Let's just get our Nexus well playing up and finish off this silly parrot. It's gonna just make short work of Mr. Parrot. There we go. So, there we go. We've killed Mighty Monkey. We're able to... Now we've killed Mighty Monkey. He'll open the door for us. Look. He's done it. Out of my way, you oaf. Last remaining oaf, and the Deadmines will not let you pass. We're on to stage 4. Things are getting harder now, so... yeah, on to the next fight. We're gonna run along into the Deadmines and go and fight Captain Klutz. So here we are. We have run through the gauntlet of cannon fire and irritated, disgruntled parrots. And we're approaching the pirate ship here now in the Deadmines. And in our stage 4 fight, we've got this big, I don't know what to call it, this big, oaf called Captain Klutz, which makes me laugh because it makes you think of Apocalypse Now, doesn't it? And all, yeah, that guy. Anyway, this fight, I've got to tell you, when I first did this pet dungeon, this fight really, oh god, it just annoyed me so much. But the strategy that we're going to use for this fight is another classic pet battle strategy. So I'm going to go through it with you. It is an absolutely invaluable strategy. And of course, it's using our friend Icky again. So I'll bring up my team. The pets that we are going to use, first of all, let's look at him. He is a humanoid. And we know that undead pets are gonna have those abilities that are strong against humanoids. So we know that an undead pet might very well do the job here. So the strategy that we're going to use is this guy he is super irritated. He's got loads of help. Is we're going to use our Unborn Valkyr, and Unborn Valkyr is it is a wonderful pet, and you can get this pet in Northrend, and it used to be an incredibly rare spawn, but there was only ever one of them on the continent at a time, so you'd literally have to kind of camp out to get her. But it is well worth the effort to get her because she has a quite incredible set of abilities, including Curse of Doom and Horn. Now I will show you how those work together. So Curse of Doom is an ability that you are cursing the target, And after 4 rounds, it will deal the Great Big Nuke ability, which deals 624 undead damage after those 4 rounds. And the second ability that we've got here is Haunt, which is a fascinating ability that usually only undead pets have. So what will happen here is really the pet will look for all intents and purposes like it's dead, and it kind of turns to a spirit and it possesses the target. And it will then, while it's doing that, deliver a dot, which is 156 undead damage every round. So it's dealing that damage, but it can't be targeted because it's lying on the floor, kind of playing dead. So it's going to do that. And the number 1 ability is just her general number 1 slugging away ability called Shadow Slash. It is strong against humanoids like the captain here, but we are not going to use it. We're going to use that. We're going to use Curse of Doom, and we're going to use Haunt. In slot 2, I've got Icky, our old friend Icky, with our strategy from the last video that I showed you, which is Black Claw. Apply that extra damage to each attack, and Flog. So obviously we've seen that in action before. It is a very powerful ability. In the last slot I've got my Nexus Whelpling. I do not think we're going to need Nexus Whelpling, but I will show you how all of this plays out. Again, I will stress that the first time that I did this pet dungeon, oh my gosh, this fight irritated me so much. So I will show you. Anyway, we'll have a go. Let's just get going. Again, here we've got, you can see the captain here. He's got a lot of health. He's got the boss buff, I want to call it. His abilities, he's got Smash, basic, just pounding away ability. Clobber, which is a stun. And he's got Giant's Blood, which is a big old stinky old heal, so we don't want him to be able to do that. So here with the captain, the first thing we're going to do is take my beautiful sweet little Valkyr, and we are going to cast Curse of Doom straight from the get-go. Now because he is a humanoid pet, Curse of Doom is going to deal more damage than it normally would, so we're going to do that. Good pass. Curse of Doom up. And straight away in with Haunt. So you can see now our pet has applied this debuff, dealing lots and lots of damage every round, 234 undead damage each round. And in 3 rounds he's going to get hit by Curse of Doom. So we're going to bring up Icky, and Icky's going to do what only Icky can do. Oh, Icky, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Icky. Hey, Icky. He's going to do his Icky thing. This is my little song I like to sing when I'm using Icky. But we all know where to get Icky. I have told you guys before, get yourself off to Warlords of Draenor. You can pick him up, Spies were out. Very often he's in the auction house too. So as you can see, our combo of that Curse of Doom, Haunt, and the power of Icky has absolutely flattened that otherwise really very irritating fight, which was preventing us from getting on the pirate ship where we want to be. So that is my strategy for that one. Again, Unborn Valkyr with Curse of Doom and Haunt, and Icky together will potentially get you through quite a lot of fights with pet traders. So if you're struggling with them, give that strategy a little think and think, okay, maybe I can use that one. So yeah, I think it's just really valuable, really cool to be able to show you that one, especially in the pet dungeon. So we're going to move on to stage 5. We're going to get on the ship and see what we're going to do up there next. Okay, we're on the ship. basically just like the regular Deadmines dungeon in many respects. Instead of fighting pirates, though, we're kind of fighting these little piratey creatures that kind of you'd expect on a pirate ship. And uh, we're fighting the minions of the last boss that we just dispatched with. And the first is this big old, this big old rat, and he's with his little pirate hat on. So as we can see, Mr. Rat is a critter. So I'm going to bring up my team, see what I've got to say for Mr. Rat. And again, oh gosh, this is, I want to show you one of my favourite, one of my most favourite and beloved pets again. And I highly recommend you go out and tame one of these. It is the Conlai Runt from Mr. Pandaria, and you're gonna find him in the Conlai Summit around the mountainous areas where it's all snowy. And yeah, mine is called Biggie. Oh, he's just, I love him. So he is a power breed, so he's gonna give a good old thump. And his abilities that he's got here, he is a humanoid pet, but he has got Thrash, which is a beast ability, which will be strong against critters. He has Rampage, which is a multi-round ability, which deals beast damage. So that is also going to hurt our battle rat. In his number 2 slot, he's got Frost Shock, which actually it can slow down a pet. So it can slow them down by 25%. So it can be quite handy to have. The other one that he's got is Mangle on there, which lasts 10 rounds. But I'm just gonna, it's not really important which one we have in that slot. Again, in the number 2 slot, I've got my Terraclaw Hatchling because it's just robust and I'm stuck just, and my ghosts are in there as well because I'm picking pets that I particularly like. So we're gonna just let Biggie fill his boots on this little rat here. Go on, Biggie. Here we go. So, he's a green pet. Colonel Klotz's battle rat. We're gonna just let Biggie just do Rampage. Just see how he gets on with Rampage. What is he doing? Oh, look what he's doing. He's launching a wee rocket. Biggie. Oh, Biggie. What's he doing? He's gonna fire a rocket at you. Oh, we're gonna just use our number 1 ability now just to finish off Mr. Rat. And he's got a couple of little crabby pals. So I think Biggie should be able to take care of the boots. Yeah, the Conlai Run is an absolutely awesome pet. Not just because he's absolutely just cute, but because, as a humanoid pet, if you're struggling with any sort of fights with critters, the Conlai Run will not let you down. He's just wonderful. I've got a couple of them. Yeah, and he's actually, I think, cosmetically, he's just a lovely looking pet. He's a very large pet, so yeah, it's like a little mini Yeti. So I hope you guys will just go out and see if you can find him up near in the mountains. Let's go finish him off. There we go. Well done, Jazz Hands. Well done, Biggie. Right, okay, so we're going to move on to the next little pet fight that we've got. Oh, well, you know what? Captain Klutz would have a monkey, wouldn't he? He's just that kind of guy. And do you know what? Funny that they're all wearing little hats. He knows they're all wearing little hats. So let's have a look. Let's see what we've got for Monkey. Battle Monkey. We've got my Diabetic hatchling, another one of my most beloved pets, with a flock ability again, Foxel Swoop, and Iron Skin, which is the ability that this amazing pet has to reduce damage, and Predatory Strike. Again, it just hurts a lot. So we're gonna have a go with Diabetic hatchling, with Terraclaw in reserve and Emigosa. I love Emigosa, so I like to bring Emigosa along for the ride. We're just gonna have a go with Battle Monkey. Oh dear me, look at him go. Let's have a go with Battle Monkey. First thing I always do with, well, Diabetic is put on Iron Skin, so he just really can't take any damage with that on. We're going to put on that, and yeah, that does shatter defenses for us. He's chucked a bomb. He's chucked a sticky grenade at us. And now he's got shatter defenses on. I'm going to do Predatory Strike. Give him a big fat thump. Cheeky. So we're just going to... Oh, look. The animation is very dramatic, isn't it? So we just got to get rid of the disgruntled parrots. Let's get rid of the parrots. Oh, he's doing lift off. He's gonna just thump us in a minute. Well, of course, because I've got Iron Skin, it doesn't hurt. So right, he's got his shattered defenses. Let's see if we can just finish him off. It's just very irritated as a parrot. Well, let's bring out old Terraclaw and let's just put on our heel. I sort of like to put the heel on with Terraclaw hatching. We'll just finish him off with some Alpha Strike, and then we're gonna the parrot. So again, remember our strategy here. Get them down to... We're going to have to reduce that health down to probably about 200 this time, because these abilities are weak against flying pets. So we're going to just have to really reduce the health as much as we can before we hit Ravage. So that's not quite enough. Normally it would be with any other breed, any other family of pet, but because this is a bird, we need to really reduce that health a little more. Yeah. There we go. He didn't survive. Oh, all right. We've done Monkey. Let's see what else is in store. Oh, Jazz Hands. It's a pirate's life for us. Old Deadmines. So we've got Klutz's Battlebird next. His big stinky parrot that he's got. And again, the parrot, of course it is wearing a pirate hat. Why would it not be? So we're gonna just see what I've got here. Of course, here we go. Again, the Nexus Whelpling, one of my favourite pets in the whole world. You can get these at the Caldara, Wrath of the Lich King, and that I think it's the Borean Tundra, the Caldara. And you'll find them all flying around the Nexus, so you can easily pick one up. I've got 3 of them. I love them so much. They're wonderful little pets. And they have these amazing... They've got a weather ability here, Arcade Storm, and this amazing Mana Surge ability. So, my little dragons are going to give this guy a bad day. So let's just take him out. Just do it. He's got a little hat on. Oh, what I would give for a parrot with a little pirate hat on. Let's just put our weather ability up. This is Arcade Storm. And a wonderful thing about Arcade Storm is pets cannot be stunned or rooted while it is up, so that's a really useful thing to remember. If you're fighting a trainer who's constantly stunning you. So we're just gonna use our little Nexus Whelpling. Remember what we say about it with Nexus Whelpling. If it flies, it dies. Oh, he's doing his little windy stuff in the background there, isn't he? Oh my gosh, he's doing liftoff. Oh dear. Where's he gone? He's just I'm just gonna fill in until my cooldowns come back with tail sweep. It hurts still quite a lot, so let's just thump him. And now we're gonna do our mana surge again, and that should might even take care of Mr. Krabs too. No. Yep, there we go. Amazing. What a wonderful pet you are. Okay, we've destroyed all the cannons. And Dungeon is informing us that the soup has gone bad. And the cookie stew has been sitting out too long. And now it's got a life of its own. So we're going to go and have a look and see what's... I'm not really sure we want to. Do we want to do this, Jazz Hands? Do we want to find out? You know, it's like, yeah, I guess we should really. We've started, so we should finish. So, here we go. Yeah, you know when you've left something in the fridge a bit too long, and you kind of look at that thing, and you go, is it alive? Has it become sentient? Well, it seems that Cookie the Murloc has, yeah, he's left, he's left his, yeah, he's left his cauldron out, and something is, yeah, grown legs. So we've got cookies left over. I don't know what is that inside it. I don't know. Is it a spoon? I don't know what's going on. There's a bit of chicken in there. It looks disgusting. Anyway, we've got this blob of cookies leftovers to fight. And this is a magic pet. So, yeah. For our magic pet, we really are looking at abilities that are going to be strong against that. So, I want to bring up my Mechanical Pandering Dragonling, which is a mechanical pet with Decoy. Very powerful ability, which is going to protect us from some cookies leftovers attacks. But it's also got this big, chunky Thunderbolt, and it's got some dragon abilities, including Breath. So we're just going to kind of give it a go with that and see how we get on. I mean, I didn't wake up this morning and think, how am I going to defeat sentient food? Okay, shall we just try and see if we can make this disgusting blob go away? Let's just try it. So, we've only got one pet with cookies leftovers, thank goodness. We haven't got any other things. But he is legendary. And he does have so much health. He's got over 2,000 health. And he has that boss buff. As far as abilities go, he's got Ooze Touch, which is not going to be very strong against our mechanical pet, as you can see. Look, it's not going to hurt him too badly. And we've got Feed, which is a great big heal, an irritated heal he's got, and Food Coma, which puts the target to sleep for 2 rounds. I think it is the kind of ability that the Thanksgiving turkey has. Yeah. So I think first thing I'm gonna try is putting up Decoy, because he's probably gonna try and he's just used Food Coma. He's gonna try and put me to sleep. And then I'm gonna do Thunderbolt. Just give him a blast. And then just do some breath. Try it. Ooh, it's absolutely gross. Yeah, he is really. Oh god. The poor little dragon who's been all globbed on. And just keep at it. Oh, Cookie. Alright, he's put me to sleep. I've got a choice. I can pass for 2 rounds or I can bring in another pet. I think I'm probably just... Yeah, I'll try my Iron Starlet. We'll see. We'll see what we can do with Iron Starlet. We're just going to use our strategy wind up, supercharge, and wind up and see if we can just do a great big thump of him before he manages to get a heal off. Before his heal comes off cooldown. Okay. Well, let's just try Powerball, see what we can do with Powerball. He's going to heal himself in a minute. Oh, he's going to heal himself. He is a rotten food, isn't he? So, let's bring back in our mechanical panda and dragonling. And maybe I think breath might... Gosh, he really is terrible food, isn't he? Well done us! We have defeated the disgusting food. So that's how we complete the Deadmines. This is on challenge mode. You'll get a few little extra surprises in regular mode if you've not done the storyline of the pet dungeons before. I'm leaving that for you for a surprise. There is some extra things. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the videos, and I'm hoping that it will give you a sense of how to strategize a little bit, and some tips of how to figure out what the best pet that you've got in your collection might, which pet might be the best one to use under certain circumstances. Certainly recommend that you get the add-on recount. That you get this little add-on. It's all called recount. That's our DPS meter, isn't it? The healing one. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, whatever it's called, rematch. Yeah, it's called rematch, not recount. So you want to grab rematch, and this will significantly improve your pet journal and make it easier for you to search through your pets and figure out which pet might be the best for the job. Obviously, it can only tell you the abilities and families and things like that of your pets and the breeds. It's not going to have that knowledge behind it. So obviously, the more you battle, the better you'll get, and the easier you're going to find it. But pet battles are certainly challenging, and I think, just have a go at the pet dungeon. You're not going to be punished for trying it, and just have a try with the pets that you've got. So I will see you next time. Our next video will be all about our pet dungeons are getting incrementally harder, so a bit more challenging than this one. I'll see you next time.